Hey, how you guys all doing? Hope you guys been well. We are back again with another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I hope you guys been well and fantastic. We are going to be talking about the new weapon, the CR-57 Amax. If you guys haven't really got this weapon, you can get this weapon by unlocking the Battle Pass for Season 4 here. It is simply at level 31, which you can be able to unlock, and if you do manage to hit the 155, whether you purchase the level out or you grind it out to the end of the season, you will get an additional legendary weapon, which you will be able to see right now. And on this legendary weapon, it is decked out with a compensator FS-83 Intruder. We have the F-Tac Spartan, the CR-56 rubberized wrap, as well as the Commando foregrip. It does look pretty sick. It's got a little hint of gold, a little bit of black. It's not too bad of a gun. I'm not too sure how well this attachment works out for this weapon, but we'll let you guys know how it works out. But in the meantime, I did manage to be able to max out my weapon both in the camo aspect, so I have been able to unlock that both in the gold and platinum. I'm still working towards my Damascus camo, but that is okay. That's going to take a bit of time. So the first setup that I have for multiplayer and Warzone for this CR is this one right here. I'm decided to go with the compensator to improve my recoil. Even though losing a bit of ADS and aiming stability, that is okay with me. I don't have an iron sight for this one as it's not really required. The next thing I have for the barrel is the XRK Zodiac S440. Improves the recoil, bullet velocity and the damage range for the weapon, but I do lose a bit of ADS along the side with it, but that is fine with that. The next thing that I would have or add on to my stock is the XRK Gatekeeper. The only reason I decided to go ahead with this one is to compensate for the loss of ADS and aiming, so I decided to go ahead with this one. It actually plays fairly well with this setup here because the recoil isn't actually that ridiculous. The next thing that I do have is my common Commando foregrip, recoil stabilization and the aiming stability, which is typical that I have across a lot of my assault rifle, even the GALIL 5.56 here. And the last thing that I do have on the attachment of this weapon is the ammo of 45 rounds. I think the 45 round is just perfect for Warzone, as you don't have to worry about reloading your ammunition every time an enemy comes or trying to take down that enemy when you need those ammos. So 45 ammunition is perfectly the right ammo capacity for Warzone and multiplayer. Maybe not so much for multiplayer, but more so for Warzone. So here again, see the recoil on this weapon is not quite noticeable with the iron sight here. The spray can be a bit of spastics every now and then. You do have the unusual spray control that you do have to pull down a bit, which is what I have noticed playing and using this weapon. With this particular weapon, I have realized that the damage output on this gun is a lot higher than of the GALIL 5.56, the M13, or even the Killer 141. It kind of handles more of the likes of an AK-47, if anything, or even a SCAR perhaps, with the little upward spiral of the bullet pattern going up a bit, but that is okay. You can compensate that by dragging down a little bit. It's not too much of a fuss, but it does take some time getting used to. If anything, in terms of the attachment, it's pretty much a fairly standard thing across the different assault rifles. You'll be using the Monolithic Suppressor or the compensator with the TAC laser. The extended barrel is fairly common across the whole assault rifle. So bear in mind, it's really personal on how you use this weapon here. So this is my take on the weapon. So this is the first setup. So we'll go into the next setup here, which I predominantly use, and you will see a bit of a pulling down to compensate for the weapon here. So the next setup is what I predominantly use in Warzone. I do have the GI Mini Reflex to replace the stock and the Monolithic Suppressor instead of the compensator here. So same as the first setup here, we still have the Commando foregrip, simply for recoil stabilization and aiming stability, decreasing the movement speed, which I'm not too fast again, as I mentioned earlier. We have this XRK Zodiac, as it is the best barrel to improve the damage range, bullet velocity, as well as the recoil control. Who wouldn't want that in your Warzone or even the multiplayer aspect of the game? Look how much it shreds just in multiplayer. As you notice across the game, the optic here does drag up a bit with the recoil control here. However, that can easily be compensated as mentioned earlier. but it isn't too much of an issue if you don't mind slightly adjusting to it. However, I don't think this is an issue. It really comes to personal preference whether you want to have the optic on this weapon or not. For me personally, I prefer to have the optic just to be able to have a sense and idea as to roughly where I can, I guess, aim better if anything else really. It's because like sometimes the iron sight is just not quite there and I just zone out and then I just end up dying. So you know, the crosshair is there to help me. But anyway, the next thing that I have is the Monolithic Suppressor to be able to improve my damage range as well as hide my gunfire sound from a distance, both in Warzone and the multiplayer. Maybe not too much the multiplayer, but you know, it sounds cool with a suppressor, you know. So I've decided to go with this one instead of the compensator. This is all down to personal preference. I believe that both setup is fantastic for Warzone. Really comes down to what you guys like and what you guys prefer, but I have to definitely say you must have the 45 ammo capacity, the Commander foregrip or for the underbarrel, and definitely the Zodiac S44T for the barrel, which is a definitely must have. So make sure you guys have both of those onto your weapon before making any other changes. Perhaps you can even add in the compensator and attack laser, you know. So that really comes down to personal preference. The only reason I suggested the attack laser and the compensator together is because I have been using both and they have been fantastic on the SMGs and any of the other assault rifles. Even the Growl, sometimes I do use attack laser over the suppressor, so it all comes down to personal preference. But definitely these two setups, you definitely can't go wrong. Just a little adjustments and you guys will be fine. So just keep watching and you'll realize how slightly different they are, but they are perfect in their own unique ways. But yeah, let me know how you guys go with using these two setups. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the first setup or the second setup, without or without the optics? It's really up to personal preference, and if anything, everything is pretty much the same, and just decide whether you want to have an iron sight or an optic or the Monolithic Suppressor instead of compensator. It's really decisive on you. So let me know in the comment section below what kind of attachment you guys prefer to be using on this weapon. And if you guys haven't already seen the video regarding to the Vector or the FENNIC as well, I have done a video on the attachment for that one, so make sure you guys head over there, check that video out. And if you guys did enjoy the video of this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's try and hit 800 subs altogether for the channel, and it does show support to the channel. I do greatly appreciate all your subscribers out there. Thank you so much. And if you did like the video of this content, make sure you drop a thumbs up as well and leave a comment in the section below. And until then, peace out guys, and enjoy the rest of the video regarding to what your thoughts are into the different gameplays of the multiplayer aspect and which preference do you guys prefer with the weapon. So I'd love to know how you guys went using both of these setup or one of the two setups in the Warzone game or the multiplayer. Let me know in the comment down section below if you guys have tried these attachments or not. But anyway, I will be posting a lot of videos in this up and coming week and forever, I guess. So don't forget to hit the notification bell, otherwise you're going to be missing all the videos that I'm going to be posting on this channel. So welcome aboard to all the new viewers, to the AGS crew. If anything, I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, peace out and enjoy the rest of the video.
Command here. Allied UAV.